In this video we're going to be making an elasticated bracelet in this pattern using these coloured beads. So we have some clear round beads and some size 7 seed beads, and we have 0.8mm elastic. Your seed beads need to be big enough that the elastic goes through them twice. So you need to get this elastic through your seed beads twice. So size 7, size 6, size 5, so you're going anything bigger than a size 7. You're going to start by threading on here. We now have your beads alternating, so you've got 4 large beads, and in between each of those is a seed bead. That's your starting step, and they all need to be in the middle. Make sure that they are in the middle of your full length of thread. And now you're going to thread on one seed bead onto the right hand thread, and then your other thread is going to also thread through the seed bead, going in the same direction. So both your left and your right thread are going to be going up through this seed bead there. And then you're going to hold thread and pull that seed bead down to meet the rest of the beads, and that there is your first section. On the right hand thread you're going to do a large bead, a seed bead and a large bead. Then your left hand thread the same. One large, one seed bead, and then a second large, and let them slide down. And then we're going to pick up the seed bead and put both threads through that seed bead, going in the same direction. So both up and through, and then pull that bead down so it's touching those beads, and that's the second section made, if you can see. And then you just keep repeating that. So one large, one seed bead, and then another large on the right hand side, one large, one seed bead, one large on the left hand side, and then you're going to put both threads through your seed bead and just keep repeating. So I now have 9 sections here, and the 10th one will be my final step. For the 10th one, you are threading you're doing the first 2 steps where you're threading a large bead and a seed bead and a large bead on each side. So you've got a large bead, a seed bead and large bead on that side, large seed bead and large on the right hand side. And now we're going to take these two threads and we're going to link them back to the very start of our bracelet. Just move all these out of the way. So if you have one thread that's longer than the other, slightly longer, you can use that if you've only got a small amount, but both should be similar size lengths. So either of these you're going to take, and you're going to take that thread and the first seed bead that is on there, so this one here, you're going to put the elastic through there. You're just going to crisscross it through. So if it's your right hand thread, you're going to go from right to left for that very central seed bead at the start there. See, just crisscrossing through, right to left, and you pull that make sure that your work isn't twisted at this point. So if you lay it, it should all lay nice and flat at this point. And then you're going to pull this thread so that your work, the start of the work and the end of your work meets up together. Like that. And then make sure the other thread is nice and tight, and then you're going to tie these two ends together. One thread goes under, the other goes over the top, and then the right hand thread comes up and down through. So see, it's just along that there. Pull that nice and tight. Let the table take the weight of the beads, and that's what you're going to go in for this second one. So over, under, up through. Over the top, around, under and back up through that little loop, and just do about 3 or 4 of those. Okay, just make sure it's all nice and tight. Then with some scissors, you're going to snip it and just leave about 1 millimetre or 2 of elastic above the knot. And there you go. So that's it in the green version, and that's it in the clear and purple version.